Hey guys, this is Nate from RunDreamAchieve.com. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Today's video I want to talk on how to run a faster 10-kilometer race faster. And the 10-kilometer event is definitely, again, it's similar to the 5K event, but it's moving more toward an aerobic event rather than an anaerobic event like the 5K. 10K is still a short enough race where it's a combination of both anaerobic and aerobic. The same principles apply. If you're going to run a faster 10K race faster over that entire distance, you really, like we always talk about in all the other videos I've made, and as well I've written numerous articles about this over on RunDreamAchieve.com, you definitely do have to get accustomed to training at paces that are going to be much faster than your 10-kilometer race pace, because you want that pace to feel not as difficult and taxing on the body, especially in the early miles of the race. You want to be able to sustain pace over the entire duration of the entire event, where you can really pick up in those last 2 miles. And that's really where, doing the hard anaerobic workouts, the track workouts, the doing hill repetitions, over the years when I was training for the 10K, just to give you a little background, I've run 31:09 for the 10K distance. Even the 5K and 10K really weren't my specialties, but I was more stronger in the longer distances up to the marathon distance. But I understand the complexities of the 10K race, the 10K event, and how to run a 10-kilometer race faster. You have to add in all of the elements of both anaerobic capacity workouts, which are more like VO2 max workouts where you're training at your maximum heart rate, coupled with doing longer long runs, getting to a point where you're either doubling or tripling the distance of your 10K race. So if you can get your long run out to 18 miles in length, it's going to make you very strong. You're going to build that stamina. Whereas you need more speed in a 5K race, you need more strength and stamina in a 10K race. So you have to do all of the elements that we talk about in past videos and things I discuss on RunDreamAchieve.com, really paying attention to your leg speed. We all have, as distance runners, some of us are more built for middle distance events, such as the mile up to the 5K event, where a lot of others, such as myself, are more accustomed to, more built for longer distance races, like the 10K up to the marathon distance. So how to run a 10-kilometer race faster? You have to obviously put in the heavy work. There's no easy way to run a fast 10K. You have to get on the track. You have to develop your leg speed. Be patient. Allow yourself time to progress and to adapt to the hard workouts you're doing. And again, it takes about 3 weeks or 21 days for your body to adapt to any stress load that you place on the body. So you cannot be in a rush to prepare and run fast over the 10K race. If you're working on your speed, you're implementing proper track workouts, you're doing tempo runs, and extending the amount of time you're spending at your anaerobic threshold, which is, again, right around the pace effort that we race at. So it's very important that you learn to handle that lactic acid buildup and spend more time training at that particular intensity for a longer period of time, along with training at paces that you can only spend a few seconds to only a couple minutes at, because training at that type of intensity is going to make 10-kilometer race pace not feel so aggressive. Now, granted, in the latter stages of a 10K race, it's going to hurt no matter what, no matter how fit you are, no matter how hard you've trained, how long your long runs have been, how much time you've spent at a higher heart rate during those long runs. All of it is going to hurt in the latter stages of your race, because again, there's no rest period in a race. So you can get on the track and do repeat Ks or repeat miles or repeat 2 miles, or do hard fartleks on the roads where you're doing maybe 1 minute hard, 1 minute easy for 20 minutes to 30 minutes. All of that comes into play in running a quality 10K race, and doing a proper taper and backing off your training, lowering your mileage and lowering the intensity, and especially the last 10 days of your race. So 10K is definitely a fun event. Again, I had many challenges with it over the years. I always was trying to get under 29 minutes. I never quite had that type of leg speed. But again, I've run 31:09. I understand the concepts and the principles and fundamentals that you need to follow in order to run a strong 10K. And I do have a lot of 10 kilometer, various 10 kilometer training programs on RunDreamAchieve for athletes that are trying to run anywhere from 45 minutes all the way down to sub 30 minutes for 10 kilometers. So I think that the things you guys have to keep in mind is, one, think long term. You can run a great 10K race, but sometimes the results you're looking for are just not going to happen as quickly as you want. And that goes for myself or anybody else. You're trying to do something difficult. I guarantee most of you guys and gals have a particular time that you're looking for to run for this particular event. So whatever that goal pace is, get accustomed to training at that pace and well under that pace. So spend some time training at efforts that are more like your 1 mile 5K efforts. And examples of that could be like doing repeat 200s. Like some of the workouts I did over the years was doing like 12 to 16 200-meter repetitions, anywhere from 28 seconds to 32 seconds with very minimal rest. Sometimes it was like 45 seconds, or maybe I would jog 50 meters and then do another 200 meters. Very minimal rest, very hard, fast efforts, and allowing that time where you're doing your training, but you're allowing time for your body to, again, super compensate. Again, look that word up, study what that word is. It's basically when your body, your body's very, very weakened after a hard workout. So it's really the recovery period is where all the benefits come, whether you're training for a 10 kilometer race or you're training for a marathon event. It's the recovery period that's critical if you want to run great over the 10K race event. It's not just the hard aerobic workouts we're doing. It's what you're doing off the track. What are you doing in the off hours, the other hours of your day? Are you hydrating well enough? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you stressing over the things that you that you really shouldn't be focusing on? Focus on the things that you have control over, and let the rest take care of itself. On race day, everybody's stressed out. But if you hammer yourself in training and you challenge yourself in training, the race itself is going to be the reward. It's the reward for all of your hard work. So if you go into any race, whether you're training for a mile or you're training for a marathon, if you go into a race knowing you've done everything possible in training, there is nothing your competition is going to be able to throw at you that you can't handle. So while you look around and everybody around you is stressed out and uptight and they're all like, tense, just relax. When I ran 2:19 for the marathon, the morning of that race, and I had other races that were like this as well, we were joking around, we were laughing, we were enjoying ourselves. We went into Sacramento in great shape, and my teammate who ended up running, she qualified for the 2008 USA Olympic trials that morning with a 2:45, 2 hours 45 minutes for the marathon. Her name's Emily Potter, great athlete. We're sitting there at the starting line, kind of just joking around, enjoying ourselves and just getting ready. And because we'd done everything in training, we were training also at 6,400 feet in altitude in Colorado Springs. And then to go down to Sacramento at sea level, there was really nothing that myself or her competition could throw at us that we weren't really prepared for. And granted, I want you guys also to keep in mind too, no matter where you currently are at for the 10K race or the 10K event, anything is possible. I want to also share with you the morning of that race, of the 2007 California International Marathon, I'd run 50:54 for 10 miles, 107 over a half marathon. That particular morning, everything went right. You're gonna get races where just everything pans out. For me, I hit the first half in 107.09, which is the second fastest half marathon I've ever run in my life. My PR is 107.06. I went through the first half in 107.09 and ended up running the second half in like 112.26. Ended up finishing in 219.35. I was a 240.02 marathoner prior to the start of that race. So I don't care if you're a 40-minute 10K athlete right now and you think that running 34 minutes is absolutely impossible. It's too big of a jump. Don't second guess yourself. Continue to put in the work, continue to believe into yourself and believe in what you're doing. Be patient. Allow your body time to adapt to the workouts you're doing. Again, there are resources, I'll leave them below this video as well, that are there for you that will bypass the mistakes other athletes are making. I want you guys to run great races in 2021, whether it's a 10K or any other event. You guys are always welcome to reach out to me anytime. Any of these videos, I'll always comment on any comment you guys leave for me. Aside from spam, I get a few of those every once in a while, but I always delete those. But legitimate comments, if you guys have a specific question or anything else I can help you guys out with regarding the 10K event and how to run a faster 10-kilometer race faster on race day, feel free to reach out to me. You guys can email me or leave me a comment below any of these videos. I will definitely reach out and respond to you guys. I wish you guys all the best. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you guys. If you're brand new to the channel, click on the subscribe button and the bell icon so when I make a new video, you guys will be notified. And if you're a regular viewer and you haven't subscribed yet, please hit subscribe, hit that bell icon so when new videos are made, you'll be notified. And again, feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'm always available. I always do the very best I can to give back to the sport and to give back to you guys, because really what I've done in the sport is really very minimal compared to giving back and to sharing with you guys what I've been taught by some of the world's top distance running coaches and some of the world's top athletes that I've had the great fortune to be able to train with and live with. Athletes from Kenya, two-time Olympians that I've trained with, and that were team members of mine as well. So I understand what you guys are dealing with. I've lived the life, I've lived the Spartan lifestyle too. To run a great 10-kilometer race, it's about persistent effort, focus, and goals, and really continuing to drive toward those goals. Make sure you're visualizing success. See yourself doing what you want to do. Make sure you make that crystal clear in your mind, because it has to start in the mind before it ever becomes a reality. So I hope this video has been helpful for you guys, and I will talk to you guys all in the next video. Happy holidays to you and your families. Be safe and travel safe if you're heading home to another location. And I'll see you guys all in the next video.